Anyway, hello, welcome to Popalong RC, the RC car channel dedicated to RC car racing. And today I would like to talk about RC cars. Last few times we've been in the studio, we've been off, well, I don't know what was in our coffees. We've been off on one, something silly.
We've been off one. People tune in to watch racing, don't they? But of late, we just sat here and waffled about stuff and life and that.
We do, but today we promise this video isn't going to be about life, it's going to be about RC cars. And today's video is really about the most underrated cars we own. There you go.
Yes, that is a very, very good topic for this video. And we're talking about LC racing and in particular the PTG, which one's this one?
That's the PTG2.
Right, and I've got the PTG one, which is the buggy version of this car.
Let's start with your one, shall we?
Right.
Because obviously we said we were going to do this video. You being you, forgot to bring it, because otherwise it would be sat here, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. But it's a buggy version of this, right? And our local model shop's doing it for about 140 quid for the kit, right? Now, there is one thing that I have needed to do to that car, and I have to be honest.
Go on then.
I've had to replace the hinge pins. They do an upgraded hinge pin, right? And once you stick that in, which is only a few quid really, the car's bulletproof.
So you're saying, when you buy the kit, just buy the hinge pins straight up?
Buy the hinge pins straight away. They do hardens. Well, I don't know why they just don't put them in the kit, because they do break. But beyond that, the car's been absolutely immense.
Now, I have to talk about that car as well, because we went down to the Mill End track recently. It's the home of the Popalong GP 2024.
Yeah.
We had a fantastic day. Mm-hmm. You ran that car in the four-wheel drive.
I did, yeah.
And you came third overall. And you were up against some mighty competition. What was Pitman Dave running? I
think it was an Associated... not the newest Associated, I don't quite know what car that was, but the car that won it was the PTG, I think it's B5 it's called.
The B5, that's like their pro spec
and that's
kit, and you have to build that one up, don't you?
I think so, well, I don't know, I think it does come built, and I remember they do two versions of both kits, but that one's got a centre diff. The car I was using hasn't, which is good in a way, because if you're getting into racing and you want a decent car, right there, off the bounce, it's really, really good.
But your car was the cheaper version, wasn't it? The PG Tips cars we've coined them as.
And as I say, actually there was another thing I changed on it. I changed the servo, and that was it. And beyond that, it's standard. And if you check the shocks and everything on it, it's just a real nice car. You know.
So I've got this car here, which is my rally car with the killer body shell on. I almost feel bad how beaten up that body is, because it's so nice. It's probably the nicest shell in my collection, but I couldn't help myself. I've had to use it. I've had to run it. Again, I've taken this out on a couple of occasions. I've run it at the extravaganza that we did indoors last year, and it was good. I think setup wise, there's a lot I can do to that car, because I literally run it pretty much box stock. And then recently I took it over to the Mill End track, and I love the way it was sort of bobbing and bouncing around. Now, this is exciting, boss.
What?
The guys were watching it go round, and they came over and they said, how would you feel about hosting a rally event at our track, at our location?
That'd be good there, wouldn't it?
That would be good. Just a day, and all it is rally cars. So if you've got one of these, it'll be perfect. But equally, if you've got the Tamiya XV01, XV02, even a TT02 rally, you can get round there. Is it the MX01? They've got a Mini that's a rally car. But
I have no idea what you're going on.
A rally competition on dirt, I think that'd be fun.
All right, cool.
And that's not the rally where you run around the woods chasing the car. That is standing on the rostrum and driving it round a racetrack rally.
Proper
RC racing.
Okay.
You can't dismiss this chasing cars around the woods, boss. I've told you this before. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
And I think I'm going to be good at it.
Well, I will take a deck chair and I will sit there and watch you do that.
You won't be able to from your deck chair, will you?
Laugh at you.
Because I'll be running away from you. I'll disappear into the woods.
Yeah, I suppose
I'll tell you what might be quite a good little location for it. Do you know the track we uncovered in the woods?
Do you know what? We need to update people on that because people keep asking about it.
They do. We put, I wouldn't say we put loads, but we put quite a lot of time and effort into tidying up. And the locals, you've done an amazing job helping out tidying up there. The trees.
Trees, yeah. We actually went down there, didn't we? And we tried, I say tried, to get a good vantage point so we could stand and race, and we just couldn't do it. The trees have sprouted up as nature does when it's left alone, which it should.
Might be worth popping down there in the winter. We might be able to.
Yeah. But we
make
can't touch
something
them. We are not allowed. We are under strict instructions not to touch the trees, and therefore, unfortunately, that is kind of on hold at the moment. We've got so many other things to do.
We have.
You know, so if there's any St Albans councillors or anybody working for the council that want to help, you know, us to regenerate this track, and because the idea was really, or still is, to do it, and then it can be used by the local community and go down there and just have fun with the cars. It's never going to be I
doubt you'll be able to run a nationals there. Let's put it like that.
It's never going to happen, is it? But to go there with your kids and have a bit of a laugh with some cars, fantastic. And you probably still could, like you rightly said. But racing, nah, not as it stands at the minute. And if the men and ladies in their pinstripe suits want to get in touch and give us the go ahead, then we will. But other than that, that's the way it is, isn't it? I almost feel sad.
I'd actually, you just saying that, I felt sad. I was like, oh man, gutted.
Well, you know what they're like, don't you?
Yeah, I think, should we give them... Well, the weather's drawing in now, it's going to get a bit grim. Maybe if they've done nothing with the space by January, we'll put a video together, we'll get all the best bits, and we'll go straight to the council. Miss out the middleman.
Yeah, why not?
Because we've left the bike hut in charge, and nothing's happened.
Not really.
Hey ho. So that's the plan then. PG Tips car. Are you going to run your PG Tips car at the Charged RC
I
event?
think I probably will. Yeah, I've just it's set up for outdoors. I say set up. I just raised it up. I didn't really do anything to it. So yeah, I might do.
So you're going to lower it down. What tyres are you going to go for indoors? Do you reckon?
Indoors. I'll go with the cactus. Yellow cactus is on the back. Schumacher ones, and then on the front, I think it's like a stagger kind of thing. I can't remember. The reason I can't remember is because I don't normally run four-wheel drive indoors. Do you know, I suppose there's a bit of a resurgence in that.
Is it?
I think so. I think more people are getting involved. They're easier to drive, aren't they?
They are easier to drive. They handle slightly differently, don't they? They corner better.
Yeah.
It's a different way of getting on the power and stuff.
They are fast as well. They are super quick.
But maybe you could do something with a car like the PG Tips car where maybe you run a 17.5 turn motor and have it as like a stock class.
That'd be brilliant, actually. That would work really well in that car.
Easy to drive. A little bit slower. Cheap. Affordable.
Strong as well.
Strong.
Yeah.
And even, I reckon, at FTX Vantage, you could probably put a 17.5 turn brushless. So that sort of
thing without a centre diff.
Yeah, you're looking at
type stuff.
less than 200 quid to be racing four-wheel drive buggies.
That would work.
It's a little stock class.
I suppose it's just another class, isn't it? You know, there's got so many, and we've often said in the past that we've got so many different classes now that clubs tend to be sometimes a bit thin on the ground.
Yeah, but do you know what? Exciting times for the channel. We've got too many cars, not enough time. So there's going to be plenty of racing coming up. But what do you want to see on the channel? Where would you like us to visit? What do you want to see us doing? Is it more build videos? Is it more race meets? Is it us just being grumpy old men? Pop it in the comments down below. And hopefully we'll see you trackside sometime soon.